Welcome to episode 24 of the JKS podcast. I'm Jed, and I have my co-host Nip Nip and Shaunikins with me. What's going on, boys?
G'day. Episode
Not
24,
much.
huh? I feel like the first thing I say every new podcast is, can you believe we've made it to the next episode? I need to think of it like a better intro line.
It's a valid statement, though.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
Yeah, every time this gets rescheduled or pushed back a day, I'm like, are we ever going to do it again? Who knows?
Can I just start this podcast by saying Nip was a dirty racist?
Wow.
Yes. Please
How did
start
you
the
find
podcast
out?
like that.
Who told you?
So, you know the Bad Friends podcast? There's a Korean guy, Andrew, whatever his name is.
Andrew Santino and Bobby Lee. Yep.
Yeah. So the last podcast, there was a bunch of Koreans on because Andrew was away. And Nip was like, I freaking hated all the Koreans on there. I stopped listening to it.
Wow.
That
Yeah.
is exactly what happened. Word
Are
for
you-
word. No, what actually happened was Jed said, I didn't like that episode with all the Koreans on. I was like, oh, I didn't either. Thank God you said it.
That's still pretty bad. Hey, Nippler, I don't know if you've noticed, but Jed is Korean.
No. Why can't I use chopsticks?
I can,
Wait, you
I
can't
can
use
say that.
chopsticks?
Oh, so another story. I was at work today and put my food in the microwave as you do to like, eat it, and then look in the drawer in the kitchen, and there's no spoons, and there's only knives. So I had to like use knife chopsticks to eat my rice. It was like a nightmare.
Why weren't there any spoons?
I don't know. Everyone, this hot commodity.
Yeah, to be fair, cutlery gets stolen all the time at our workplace too. You got to bring it in yourself.
Yeah.
So did it work? Did you get to eat your rice?
Oh no.
Of course it didn't work.
You should have just gone ancient times and hands, you know? Also, how many is a bunch of Koreans? You said there's a bunch of Koreans on that episode of the podcast.
There was
How
3
many-
plus Bobby Lee, so yeah, 4.
Okay.
Is
So
that
if
a
it was,
bunch?
yeah, if it was 3, is that a bunch? Or is that a few Koreans?
I don't think it would have mattered to Nippler because he would have hated it anyway.
Wow. And what were your thoughts on the episode, Jed?
I loved it.
Oh yeah?
Felt at home.
Hey, Nippler, did you think there was just one Korean with like 4 different camera angles?
Yeah, I thought they just deep faked Bobby Lee onto 4 different people.
Yeah, see, that's why you're racist.
Oh no.
Wait, did we talk about the deepfake stuff? I know this
Yeah,
is
we've
way off
talked
the
about it.
rails. We did. Okay, alright, fair enough.
I got some stuff to play around with, so I can show you that a bit later on.
But before that,
Oh, yeah.
you were just telling us that your ears are really fucked up and you had to drain them.
Yeah, what happened? So you had to get your... For context for the potty, so Jed does MMA training for like 30 hours a week, but he's been MMA training for, what, 10 years now, Jeddy?
Oh, no, like a couple. 4.
Oh, bullshit. Anyway,
Oh.
long time. Basically 10 years worth with the amount he does it per week. But he had to get his ears drained, or ear drained.
Yeah, yeah, just stick a syringe in there and get it out.
Oh,
Suck it out. Get that
S-
cartilage
no!
out.
No, you don't suck. What the
The
fuck?
doctor sucked it out of his ear. Yeah.
Oh.
Just get a needle, poke a hole, then you suckle it out.
Do you get to see what comes out?
Yeah, it's just blood.
Oh.
Oh,
I
really?
don't,
Yeah,
I don't know what
I
was
thought it'd be
expecting.
harder. Yeah.
harder than blood.
Because they looked solid. Like when you have all the cartilage, like cauliflower ear, it looked solid.
Yeah, so the blood kind of hardens and then it crystallizes and it turns into cauliflower ear. But when it initially gets into the ear, it's blood. Sean just looks like he threw up in his mouth.
I was just thinking about the doctor sucking it out. Jesus Christ. God. But yeah, it's like really painful, right? You like blew it off. You're like, oh yeah, wasn't nice.
Oh, it's not ideal. And sleeping on it's not fun either.
Oh. So
Yeah.
what made you get it done? Had it like escalated? Last time I saw you, it wasn't. Yeah, I barely noticed. Well, I didn't notice anything.
Yeah, like it didn't look great. Like it's pretty squishy and it kind of looks like a water balloon popped in my ear or something. So yeah.
Fuck. And now you've got to get it done repeatedly forever, right? For ages.
Yeah, I think it's still a bit squishy, so I might need to do it again. So
Brutal.
Not
All right,
good.
you're gonna have to teach Nibbler how to suck it out.
he's
Save you the
pretty good at that.
doctor.
I'm not going to swallow. I'm going to spit.
Oh, man, you'll swallow, you dirty girl. Come on. Stop flirting.
Yeah, I'll swallow. Okay.
All right, I've got a fun one. I've got a fun one before we jump into the first topic. So, Andrew Tate, have you been keeping up with his Twitter?
No, is he out of
Yeah,
jail?
I've seen this.
Well, so like he's still going through trial or whatever, but they extended his detention again. So like anyway, it's meant to be normal people get let out whilst they wait like a trial date, but this guy's anyway, whatever. So he's in there again. He's in there for at least 90 days, but he's like tweeting the most like cringy shit. This guy is like, so this is one of his tweets. He goes, I was awoken last night by an icy chill and identified a ghost in my prison cell. He was terrified and begged me not to annihilate him. I sent him back to hell with a message for the demons. I am always ready.
I've done that. Yeah, I've done that before.
There's like millions of little
That's
kids looking
normal.
up to this guy. Here's another one. How many of you have genuinely tried to fly? Genuinely. How many of you have researched, trained, and truly tried to fly? None of you. Why? Because you think it's impossible. You've never pushed yourself because you believe the goal can never be achieved.
He better know how to fly after saying that.
Yeah, right.
He better
come
work
out like
it out.
yeah, come soaring out of jail.
Flapping his arms.
Yeah, they need to like
Wow.
take his phone off him. He's killing his reputation.
One
No
of my
good.
mates in high school, he jumped off the roof with a blanket because it felt like it'd be a parachute. And he broke his leg.
He thought he could just glide.
Did he hurt himself?
Yeah, he broke his leg.
Oh, of course.
But I'm pretty sure there was an interview with his manager. I forgot what it was on. I think it might have been your mate Piers Morgan, but it's not him tweeting, obviously.
Yeah, I wondered how that worked.
It's someone else.
But-
Yeah.
Now you say that, that's pretty fucking obvious. He obviously doesn't have a. But surely it's like a guy who's getting messages from him, right?
I don't know. Don't know how much contact he would have. Maybe, obviously, he'd probably be talking to his manager.
Yeah, and he said that he's like not having any. Well, he actually said he doesn't get any visitors. Even his children can't
Oh.
come and see him.
His children.
Well, apparently he's managed. Yeah, he's got shitloads of kids, dude.
I'm sure he
no
does,
idea.
but like actual
It makes
ones he
sense.
knows
but
about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy's
I
like
don't
Legit?
think he'd be close to any.
it's all a charade, man. Like all this Andrew Tate shit. He's got like 4 baby mamas and like I don't know, heaps of kids.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did not
If
expect
you were
that.
his manager and you went to visit him in jail and he's like, hey, I had this dream about a ghost. I want you to tweet it out of my account. Would you do it, or would you be like, bro, let's think about this?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Surely you're like, yeah, totally, I do that, but you just don't do it. He won't know.
I don't know. There's a thing about like being in the spotlight for too long. Because he's like I mean, he's a cringy fucking guy. So like after a while that's obviously gonna like shine through. And I think we're kind of seeing that now. Especially when he's like have you seen his hair growing? He's like had hair transplants or just like keeps it shaved because he's balding. So you got this fucking top G in there talking about how he's scaring ghosts and just like balding fucking head. It's not very manly. And he's looking like real sickly. He's lost like 10 kilos since he's been in there.
They don't feed him properly, I don't think.
Nah, man. He's been paying out the Romanian government for like 2 years now. So they're just like, yeah, fucking him. Probably literally. Hopefully literally.
Forcing him to be a cam girl. Just
Yeah. Imagine. Oh, and on Twitter, you can check if somebody's paid for their verified tag. Andrew Tate has paid for his verified tag. It's not very top G.
It's only like $7, isn't it?
Yeah, but like he had to pay for his blue check mark. He
Doesn't
didn't get
everyone?
I don't remember if Hustlers University said that was a top G move or not. I'd have to go back and study.
Yeah. It definitely said it was not a top G move. That's not very alpha. Come on. Anyway, whatever. Sorry, railroaded.
It's all right. Prince Harry's been in the news a fair bit for his book and the South Park episodes as well, but I don't know what happened in his book, but you guys were saying some pretty weird things in there.
Oh, dude, yeah. It's a biography about a really boring person who's trying to sound really interesting. But he talks about his todger,
Which is what?
Which is-
for a...
his dick, his penis. It's
Oh,
like-
Dodger.
What does his Todger do?
He was there's this bit in the book where he's talking about how something happened to his dick, it was burnt or it got frostbite on his knob or something. and then he was putting like lip balm on his knob, but it was the same lip balm that his grandmother used. So he imagined his grandmother in the corner of the room while he was rubbing lip balm on the tip of his dick.
Did he get hard?
It wasn't. It didn't specify, but I imagine he did.
It-
How are you gonna rub the head of your dick with lip balm? And anyway, things not happen. Yeah,
How do you get frostbite on your dick?
I didn't read the book. I just because there was like this TikTok where it was like this animated thing, and he's like talking to his ghostwriter or whatever, and the ghostwriter's like, "Are you sure you want to put that in there?" And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And then I just like rubbed it and imagined my grandmother. He's like, "Are you sure?" He talks about how he lost his virginity to like a much older woman out the back of some shed, and she like spanked him on the ass and called him a stallion.
How old?
Like 40, and he was like, I don't know, like 20 or something.
You're the bloody prince.
Yeah, not anymore, but you can see why.
Surely you could do better.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe she was
Dunno.
wearing lip balm or something.
Yeah, but that's all I read. And then Lane read the whole book, my partner, and she said it was pretty boring, really. I was settled down.
I can't. They must be the only two interesting parts because the whole book was just like that. You'd be like, yeah, it's a fucking good book.
Yeah, well, like he got in a bit of trouble because like the gave like layout, like kind of instructions for the palace or whatever. So like he was real specific. He's like, I walked down a hallway for like 100 meters and took my third left into the executive suite or
Putting
whatever.
the
the fuck.
security code 2596.
Yeah. So he got some backlash for that, but
Do you reckon that's
Whatever.
Nicholas' code? His bank code.
damn, what did you say?
2556. I said
Nice.
1897.
But I mean, come on, it's just like a bunch of like women reading his book, so I don't think anyone's actually gonna break into the palace.
Are you saying we do a heist?
Sure.
Steal the crown?
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right. Fuck it.
Let's do
Just-
it. What are you bringing to the team, Sean?
I got high. Fuck
Hype
you!
will
I'm
come
bringing way
important.
more to the team than you.
I'm mastermind. I mastermind the whole thing.
You just told like 5 people who listen to this podcast your PIN number.
Yeah.
Some mastermind. Fuck. All right, let's both at least agree that Jed's way more useful than us. At least he can like.
You
move.
think they're letting Jed into Buckingham Palace?
No, but like if we're
That's
doing
whites
heist-
only, man. Do you not know history? Look what they did to Meghan Markle.
Very true. Do you think if Prince Harry got a tan, they're like, no, go away and come back?
Yeah. Don't go outside for 2 weeks and come back.
Yeah. Oh god. But actually, he talked about killing people. That's it. That's all I remember from controversies.
Him?
He was in the army, wasn't he?
Yeah, he did his Iraqi tours or whatever.
You reckon he's killed a few people?
Allegedly, apparently. I'm sure they all
Okay.
have.
Probably does it for fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rich people. They'd
Could you
murder a couple homeless guys.
Brutal. Could you imagine being killed by Ronald McDonald though? That'd be pretty fucked up.
Yeah. Anyone but you.
Yeah. But he's on South Park, right?
Yeah, I think the rumors are Meghan Markle's not too happy about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't imagine they were. I mean, it's South Park. They probably would have slammed her. I googled it. I tried to find a clip. I couldn't find it. I just read news articles about people talking about how like it was pretty accurate representation.
I've seen the episode. It's just them going around the world saying yelling loudly that they want privacy. And like going on news shows being like, we want privacy, letting off fireworks and stuff.
That is so good.
Pretty accurate to what they're doing.
Yeah. It's ironic because they're like in the spotlight more than any other royal person. It's like, no, we want privacy. It's like, fucking hell.
Did you see Jake Paul and Tommy Fury's fight?
Yeah, I was sitting at work at like 9 a.m. with my phone in front of my keyboard, like trying to hide it from my boss whilst I watched it. It's bloody good.
You liked it? It was just cuddles.
There was a bit of cuddling. To be fair, I was distracted by work, but from what I saw, I had a good time. I enjoyed it.
you do like the cuddling aspect of combat sports, though.
Two sweaty boys hugging it out. Yep. No, I saw a tweet that was like, they're not good. They're not bad enough for it to be funny, and they're not good enough for it to be entertaining. I was like, pretty
Son
good.
of action. So who won?
Tommy Fury won. Yeah, by decision, which I don't think many people expected. I think people like kind of expected Jake Paul to like pay off the judges or whatever. I don't know. It's like whatever. He's out there trying to box, but he didn't look good. Like Tommy Fury looked better. I don't know. I expected Jake Paul to go out there and smash him, considering he like handpicks his opponents. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
he didn't look good.
I think the issue was that the guy, like Tommy Fury's under 60 years old, so
Yeah, that's a lesson to the Paul brothers.
Yeah. And like there was this big moment. Anyway, he got credited for like a knockdown, but he basically just like slipped on his own foot. There wasn't like a lot that Jake Paul was doing. Jake Paul was getting lit up way more than Tommy was.
can't believe that's Tyson Fury's brother.
Yeah,
They look nothing alike.
nothing at all, right? And a massive age difference. I think Tyson Fury's almost 40 years old, and Tommy's like 24. You know, his dad like leaned on that Fury name to get some young girl. There must be like different mums, I'm sure.
Yeah, they look nothing alike. Like Tyson looks like his dad, but then
Oh fuck yeah.
Tommy doesn't look like either of them.
Yeah. So like Tommy Fury, when he was on the reality show, before the reality show Love Island, he was under a different name, and then he changed his name ahead of the reality show so that he could be, claim he was a part of the Fury family.
Ah,
Be Tommy Fury. So I think he's probably from a different mum, like an estranged family or something. I don't know.
Is that a real last name, or is that like a show last name?
Great question. I assume it's a real last name. I don't know.
Pretty
I think so.
badass if that's real, but it could
Fury.
also just be like a show name.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible, but he definitely he doesn't look like he's from like a legendary family of boxing. Like he's not very good either. So it was fun.
did you put money on it?
No, I tried to. I tried to put money on Jake Paul to win by knockout.
Luckily, you didn't.
Yeah. I can't remember why it didn't work. I think I was just maybe too late or something. Because the fight was on like really early in the morning, and I was at work, and I was like, oh, I'm pushing my luck watching it. Let alone the worst part is these fucking like sexual pop-ups kept coming up on my phone. Because like it's obviously I'm streaming it, so I'm like sitting there at work, and it's bad enough I'm watching the boxing, let alone like some girl in a G-string coming up saying "milfs in your area." I'm like, fuck, can you get sacked? I didn't get sacked.
Too good. Everyone loves you.
Oh yeah. Anyway, but yeah, did you like it, Jed? You sound like you didn't enjoy it.
I only saw the highlights, but there was a lot of cuddling from the highlights I saw. So
Yeah, people.
that's what I
saying
don't like
that.
about boxing. It's just too much cuddling.
Yeah, I don't know how to score it either.
No.
No clue. Like I watch it, and like somebody's being really aggressive. I'm like, oh, do we score that? Like, it looked like they're doing really well, and then like you go to the commentators, and they're like, oh, he easily lost 10-8 round. I'm like, what the fuck?
yeah. Yeah. It's
No
not the same
clue.
as MMA because it's not damage based. It's I don't know how they score it, but yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, and it's like an immediate 10-8 round if there's a knockdown at all.
Oh wow.
Yeah, well, basically. Yeah. The other thing too is like it's like really obvious why these guys have way worse CTE than MMA fighters. Like they're getting punched in the head for the whole time,
Mm.
other than like
Yeah.
body shots every now and then.
And they have those
Freaky.
padded gloves. So
Yeah,
just-
that makes it worse. It doesn't turn their lights off. They're just copping hits.
they just take more abuse.
Yeah, brain's just like flinging about. I just looked at you for like the first time the whole podcast, Nippler. I stare at myself the whole podcast.
Yeah, that's an issue.
Is that
An
weird?
issue, yeah.
Oh, I've looked at Jed's traps a handful of times as well. And I'm like, no, I don't want to look. It's making me feel self-conscious. So staring
So
at
when
myself.
Jed or me are talking, you're just staring directly at yourself still.
I'm looking at myself right now.
He stares
Yeah.
harder at himself
He
when no one's
just-
talking.
yeah.
He can concentrate harder.
Yeah. I'm just looking at myself, waiting for my turn to talk.
You're a bad man. You're a very bad man.
Yeah, we've got a few fighting things here. Gordon
It's a very
Ryan and
fight
Greasy.
heavy podcast, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear he got pulled out of his fight?
No.
So
What
his opponent, he was about to fight Felipe Pena. I think they've had a few cancellations between each other, and like Gordon's ripped into him like each time.
Mm.
And last time Felipe Pena's like best mate got murdered, like the day of their fight or something, and he still had a fight. And then
What the
Gordon
fuck?
pulled out this time, like because his stomach was hurting.
Oh my god. Wait,
Yeah.
he's murdered?
Yeah, his best mate got murdered like the night before their last fight. Really badly murdered.
Jesus.
Yeah,
And
he
he
still.
pulled out? What a
No,
bitch.
he still fought. He still fought.
Oh, he still fought.
He still
Oh,
fought. Yeah.
that ruined my joke.
No,
yeah,
he still.
fuck me.
Nah, and then Gordon pulled out this time because of a sore stomach. And then
Wow.
there's photos of him eating out the night before with like all these people.
Yeah. Do they weigh in jiu-jitsu comps? I'm sure they do, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Right. Wonder why he was eating out. Just didn't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
I think there was some celebrities and all that just mating up, but there's been a massive issue. Obviously, all the steroids in BJJ, but there's another issue which is greasing.
Oh my god.
Greasing.
Is
You
that
know
what he
lots
was
of-
doing? Eating
you
out
love
the night
greasing,
before?
Nicola. You know all about this.
Do they
Greasing boys.
literally grease themselves up?
So I was looking it up. There's techniques behind the greasing.
Oh no.
So I think there was two main greasing techniques.
Did you do a lot of research on greasing?
Yeah,
Yeah. Self-taught.
yeah. Get all the tips
go
from the boys. So the first one is you moisturize and then you wait for it to dry up. So when you start sweating again, it's extra slippery. So like it sinks into your pores.
on. Okay.
Kind of smart. And then the other one is like you put stuff in your hair because it's like
Mm.
you're styling your hair, and then when you're sweating, it like starts dropping out, and then you can start using it a bit more. Pretty smart.
That's smart. They're gonna have to introduce a smell test before BJJ matches. They're like, does he smell like a
Sniff.
strawberry? Because he's greasing. Is it like a lychee and pineapple? He's greasing. Far out. And that's what they're accusing Gordon Ryan of doing?
No, it was guy that was meant to fight. Someone else stepped in, but one of them
Right.
was accusing the other of greasing.
Right. I thought eating out the night before might have been the third tactic. It's like eat a really greasy meal the night before, so like oozes out the day after.
Could
But
work.
no. Right. Fucking real competitive in BJJ. My God.
Be hard not to prove though.
Can you see the grease? Like, just get a heavy spotlight on and you could just see the reflection from the grease.
Plus, you'd actually smell it. Like, we all know what fucking Vaseline smells like. Let's be real.
Surely there's
You know?
neutral moisturizers though.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, in fact, I'm sure there is, right?
I don't know what kind of moisturizers you're using, Shawnee, but
Just the really girly and smelly ones. Yeah, anyway, don't come for me for this. But the problem is, it's not like that serious of a sport or that mainstream of a sport. So, like, I'm sure the testing's just like not that good, right? I don't know. Like, they get away with all the steroids in the world too, right?
yeah.
Crazy.
Probably a bigger problem than the greasing.
True. Yeah. And plus, they're all wearing rash shirts and stuff, right? Unless they're
Yeah,
doing it
but
shirtless.
still the arms, like the t-shirts, they're not
Yeah.
full. Yeah, and your legs
Yeah,
as
fair
well,
enough.
and yeah,
It's a
yeah.
big deal, especially when you're trying to rip off somebody's appendage. That appendage is like real slippery. Yeah,
Yeah, if you
fair
can't grip
enough.
someone, you can't do anything. So
Yeah. All right. Well, if you ever want to roll with Nippler or I, just give us 24 hours notice and a bottle of aloe vera, and we'll see you out the back.
Greasing up.
Nippler's pre-prepared anyway. He's always ready.
Yeah. And we got Connor on the list again. He got drunk. He didn't punch somebody again, did he?
Nah, it's just he's been copping it a bit because you know how he's doing the tough Ultimate Fighter. Yeah, he got drunk with his teammates, I think, and made a video. I don't think it's a big deal, but
Yeah, why is that bad at all?
My instinct was like, that's not bad. But I mean, he's
Did you do something?
no, it's just a video.
yeah, but he shouldn't be getting drunk.
What?
He's training
He's
for a
Irish.
month. No, well, he's
He doesn't know
training
anything
to
else.
That's his culture.
He's training to fight Michael fucking Chandler. Like, you don't want to get like he's in
So?
training camp.
There's no date set for that, is there? He can still
I
drink.
think, yeah, it's in the finale, right? The finale of it is that fight. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
Uh.
he's probably 3 months, 4 months away from. They'll air it, I guess, so maybe a bit longer.
yeah.
Maybe
I
it
think
isn't
there's a
that big a
gap.
deal.
So I think there's like the final two fighters, and then there's a gap before they fight after the house.
Fair enough. All right. If it's like
Is a
6
drink
months away,
yeah, it's a drink like 4 months before a fight that bad.
It's bonding.
It's bonding.
You know
Genuine
what,
bonds?
man? I'm gonna be harsh on the professional fighters. I think it is that bad. You shouldn't be getting drunk or drinking alcohol at all. You shouldn't be eating fast food ever. It's like
But he would know more about like his body and what he can and can't do.
he hasn't won a fight since like 2017.
That's
So
true. That is
whatever
true.
he knows isn't working. And he should probably stop fucking around. He's like one of like the top 5 athletes in the fucking UFC, and he's like out there drinking.
You're coming
Dunno.
down hard on him.
He's a fucking like one of the best in the world at like being an athlete. All you've got to do is not eat and drink shit. Like, it's not that fucking. Well, actually, it's probably pretty hard. I was gonna say,
A short sipping of VV.
yeah. But hey, I'm not a fucking professional athlete. Like, when you sign up for this shit, I don't know, whatever. He's throwing in the towel early, in my opinion. He's going to get knocked out in 30 seconds. That's my prediction.
What was it? If it was a team sport, I could understand it, but this is solo sport, so he can do what he wants.
Yeah, fair enough.
Slightly different. An AFL player got done for cocaine. Guess how long the ban is, Sean?
Dude, if it isn't like a week, I'll be spewing. How long?
Is it 4 weeks, Nicola?
Yeah, 4 weeks.
That's
But
not bad.
two of those weeks are community games, so that it doesn't count.
Pre-season.
Yeah.
I agree
That's
with
pretty
that.
good. That's pretty good. That's
I
nothing.
reckon
Yeah.
it's fine.
Slap in the wrist.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that for an illegal substance, like that's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
He got dogged too. He was at a nightclub and he was like racking up, and someone got their camera and went over the top of the toilet cubicle and started filming him.
What a
So they obviously recognized
snitch.
him, followed him into the bathroom, and they started filming him over the top.
What a snitch. You know, a guy got busted for cocaine in the UFC slap league and got banned for 9 months.
9 months.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, and he gets paid
I
$2,000
assume they were all
in the
fucked up.
Yeah, they are all fucked up. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I thought they would just be juicing them full of whatever drugs they wanted before they started.
Yeah. I've been like addicted to that fucking show. Episode 6 came out. I was watching it right before the podcast. Too good. It's so cringy.
Is it actually good or?
No, it's so bad. It's so bad. It needs to be banned. It should not be happening. But whilst it's happening, I'm gonna watch the fuck out of it.
Do you have a favorite character, like a hero?
No, they're not on the screen long enough, dude. They literally just get knocked out the minute they stand. Like they just. It's just
They
they're
do
just
the
there
whole
to-
emotional backstory. You're like, oh, I really feel for this guy, and then it cuts to them getting this shit slapped out.
They did do that this last episode. They gave this guy like 2 minutes because they just go straight into the fights. Gave this guy like 2 minutes and he was like introduced his wife, his kids, talking about how he's like trying to be better for his family, and then gets brutally knocked out in the first slap and just like, yeah, you're like, holy fuck.
The kids in the audience just going, Dad, no, get up!
Oh, it's so bad, man. It should not exist. But hey, it's like because I used to watch the shit out of the slap because it's called Slap Fight League before the UFC bought it or partnered with them. That was awesome because they just go to a pub, put up a video camera, and it's like, all right, 2 guys that want to slap the shit out of each other, just get up here. And it's guys who don't even know how to slap, and they're just like, slapping each other. It's kind of cool. And then like they make it a UFC thing, and these guys are just like training like Terminators, and the person who wins the coin toss just gets to kill somebody. It's murder, man. It's insane.
How do they fill up 45 minutes or
They
whatever?
have 3 fights every episode. And
Yeah.
then because they're all just like drunken fucking hillbillies, they show like all the drama in the house. Like there's a punch on every episode.
Are they slapping each other?
No.
No punching, boys. Slap.
Well, they're like all ex-MMA fighters who couldn't make it as well. So they all know how to fight, but they're all punch drunk. So they just like have a few beers and they just start screaming at each other and punch on.
This is like
insane.
trashy reality TV for men.
Yeah.
You get a bunch of the stupidest on earth. You fill them
Yeah.
full of alcohol and you just put a camera on them.
Yeah, watch them slap the shit out of each other. Yeah.
That sounds like a good show, Nicola.
It's terrible, but highly recommend.
Can you see it taking off, Sean?
No, not at all.
No?
No shot. They're trying to make it a professional sport. Like they've got the refs and like USADA and the athletic commission.
Imagine this shit in the Olympics.
And they do weigh-ins, and then they cut to them at like the PI Institute, and they're like doing all of these like G-force measurements and fucking like neck things to like measure their chin, and it's just fucking cringy. It's like, no, it's meant to be fun. Like just random drunk dudes slapping the shit out of each other in a pub. But no, they're taking it too seriously. You can see it's not trending either. They get like 100k views. They got like maybe 200k views on the
Because
last
there's
episode.
not actually that much variation in a game of two people slapping each other. It gets a bit repetitive.
Yeah, and because you get like this like really fucking scary Hawaiian guy, right? Like he's massive, jacked, covered in tattoos, just a monster. And it's like, man, this guy's going to annihilate everybody. He lost a coin flip and got knocked out in the first fucking fight, like instantly. And it's like, well, I can't even be like, I can't look at a Nagano and be like, oh man, this guy's going to murder everyone, because if he loses the coin flip, he's just going to get murdered. It doesn't take that much to knock someone out, apparently.
Makes the
Freaky.
coin flip
Really,
way
it's a
more
game of
interesting.
corn flip. Yeah.
Literally, dude. It's nuts. Yeah, and if they make it past the first slap, they're both shit, and it's not worth watching. Ironic, right? All right, enough of my voice. Nippler, talk to us about Gane versus Jones. What do you think, mate?
I think Jones is going to make a good comeback and beat Gane. He's been out of the game for years, right?
Pretty
Yep.
accurate.
Yeah.
And he's come back. He's steroided up. He's bulked up. Ready to go. Gane's going to be gone.
Oh, no. That wasn't bad, though.
That's pretty
that's
good.
probably... Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Good.
Can I just say, book me in for the win this week for the bet, the $50.
Are we doing it again?
Book
That's
me in
not
for
this
the win.
weekend, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh shit!
Dude. All right, I'll be.
Why? Why are you gonna win, Jed? You gonna put it all on Jones?
Just book me in. I'm telling you.
What do you know?
He's confident.
Well, have you seen the odds for Bo Nickel?
Oh, that'd be insane, right? He's not.
He's-
Is he on the main card
Yeah, he's the first fight. He's paying $1.05 to win.
against Jamie Pickett? Yeah, that's brutal.
You gonna bet on that?
Yeah, I will.
Good odds. Yeah.
Oh, you win literally nothing. The thing is you should bet against Bo Nickel for those odds, because you've never seen him against like an actual fight, like an actual
Nah,
fighter.
dude,
Right?
he's gonna hump the shit out of this dude.
Yeah, if it was anyone but Jamie Pickett's on like a 3-fight losing skid. I'm pretty sure.
He's being fed.
Yeah, he literally is. Yeah, which I mean, he's kind of like he probably should be, because he's 3-0.
Yeah.
Like this, he's not really being fed. It's like it's the potential hype for him that makes you think that. But like, I mean, it's a reasonable first fight in the UFC, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he is like, yeah, he is. Yeah, 3-0. 0-3. His last 3 fights.
So shit.
Yeah. So
Nah.
yeah, Nippler, this guy's like the future. He's like this middleweight wrestling bloody prodigy.
Right.
So
Yeah, that's pretty much why I added this in there. I just wanted to say I'm going to win this week, and yeah, that's about it.
well, you could put $5,000 on him and win $5.
Yeah, you only have $50, so if you bet on him, you're not making much.
That's all right,
Yeah.
boys. I trust the process, and I trust you guys are going to lose your money as well. So
I know this. I know this is boring for anyone listening, but nobody's listening. This card is fucking stacked.
Yeah.
With Jon Jones and Gane, the Shevchenko and fucking Grasso fight's gonna be shit house. But Neil and fucking Rajan and Makovnov or whatever the
Wow.
fuck is. Yeah, how do you pronounce that?
yeah,
Kudjanov.
It's Shavkat, but he's like him and Kazmat are like the top 2 fucking LB champ one day prodigies.
Yeah.
That fight's gonna be sick.
Gamrot's a beast.
Yeah, Gamrot versus Turner, dude. Turner's on fire. He just fucked up Dan Hooker, right? No, Brad Riddell. Yeah, that's a good card.
The other thing I wanted to mention as well is on the UFC countdown has Jones preparing for the fight with Gane, and what Jones does in his spare time is he's training a dog to kill people.
What?
the fuck?
He has a dog, and all he does is like train it to become an attack dog.
You know why they're showing that?
This is a fucking
Because-
psychopath.
Yeah, just show
Yes.
he has for a heart.
But because it's the only other legal hobby he has. So they can't show him doing all of his other
Yeah,
no,
that's
no,
the
so-
least fucked up thing he's done in his life.
So you got a party of all these teammates, which are all like big black dudes, and they're all going around playing pool and stuff. Seems kind of cool.
I guess. I don't
But
know.
yeah, he's gonna win.
Mate, he's like one of the best UFC fighters ever. He shouldn't be playing pool. He shouldn't have friends. He should
No,
just
he
be
was
in the
actually
gym.
in the bar. So it was a barber shop, and he was getting a haircut while the others played pool. So I misspoke. Sorry.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. But
Barber
if he-
shop has pool.
Yeah, it was kind of a cool barber shop.
Okay, but if he participates in the pool, he's not taking it seriously, and he's going to lose. Okay, he's one of the best in the world. He's not allowed to do anything but fucking train.
Wow.
No drinks, no fun.
Yeah. It's a scary man though, like the best fighter ever with like a killer dog.
Yeah. No, he's going to get fucked up though.
Gun?
100%.
Yeah.
Oh, you think you agree? I was kind of being facetious a little bit. I reckon Gane's going to kill him though.
No.
Really?
Yeah. So he'll wrestle, right? He has to wrestle. But if Gane's done anything with his stand-up defense, he just destroys Jon Jones. I'm
Jones is
serious.
Bigger. He's a bigger dude.
Yeah, but he hasn't tested out his weight. He's training with fucking absolute nobodies. He's training with like Walt Harris. That's
It's
like his
alright.
main training partner.
Yeah.
Maurice Green. No, Gane destroys him.
If he loses, do you reckon he'll go back to retirement?
When he loses, I think he'll probably just like overdose on cocaine and die.
Sounds right. Good way to go out.
No, it's gonna be boring, man. It's gonna be a 5-round fucking point fest with like, I don't know, 3 minutes of him on top of Gane every round. He's just gonna decision Gane. It's gonna be fucking shit. Thoughts? You got to agree with that, right?
Pretty much. It's gonna take him
Yeah.
down, I reckon, Jones, and punch him.
Yeah. It'll be a long 25 minutes. Most boring heavyweight fight you've ever seen.
So you know how you boys were playing around with that soft fake AI stuff or whatever it was?
Yeah.
Have you ever wondered what it would sound like for Joe Rogan to interview SpongeBob SquarePants?
Now I
Yes.
have.
I was having to play around with it.
Oh no.
What AI did you use for this? What is this?
It was like, so it's using ChatGPT and then some like other AI softwares to get the voices, but like the scripts from
Nice.
ChatGPT
All right. So what is it, Jetty? It's Joe Rogan.
interviewing SpongeBob on like the Joe Rogan podcast.
Holy shit. Okay. All right. Let's go.
So, SpongeBob, tell us about life under the sea. What's it like down there?
It's amazing down there. The water's always warm, the coral reefs are beautiful, and there's always a party going on with my friends.
That sounds awesome. Do you ever run into any dangerous sea creatures down there?
Oh, sure. There are some big, scary creatures down there, like the giant clam and the sea monster. But we always find a way to have fun and make the best of it.
I can imagine. So, what do you like to do in your free time, SpongeBob?
I love to go jellyfishing with my best friend, Patrick. We catch all kinds of different jellyfish and have competitions to see who can catch the most.
That's cool. What else do you enjoy doing?
I also love making Krabby Patties at the Krusty Krab. It's my favorite thing to do, and I'm pretty good at it.
I've heard a lot about those Krabby Patties. What makes them so special?
Well, it's a secret recipe that only Mr. Krabs knows, but I think it's the love and care that we put into every patty that makes them so delicious.
So, SpongeBob, I've always been curious. What's it like to live in a pineapple under the sea?
Oh, it's great! It's cozy and has everything I need. I've got my library of books, my alarm clock that crows like a rooster, and my favorite recliner. Plus, I get to wake up every morning to the sound of the ocean waves.
That sounds like the life, SpongeBob. What do you think about the surface world?
Well, I think it's interesting, Joe. I've seen it a few times, and it looks like a lot of fun. There are all kinds of things up there that we don't have down here, like bicycles and ice cream trucks. I don't think I do very well up there. I'm not exactly built for the land.
What's your relationship like with your coworkers, Squidward and Mr. Krabs?
Well, Squidward can be a bit grumpy at times, but he's still my good friend. I like to try to make him happy by bringing a smile to his face, even if it's just for a little while. As for Mr. Krabs, he's like a father figure to me. He gave me my first job at the Krusty Krab and has always looked out for me. I also respect him a lot for his business skills. He's a savvy businessman and knows how to make a mean Krabby Patty.
That's cool. What about their personalities? How would you describe Squidward and Mr. Krabs?
Well, Squidward can be a bit cynical and grumpy at times, but he's also very talented and has a lot of skill as a musician. He's got a dry sense of humor and can be a bit sarcastic, but I know he's got a good heart deep down. Mr. Krabs, on the other hand, he's a bit more focused on money and profits. He can be a bit greedy at times, but he's also very passionate about the Krusty Krab and making sure that it's successful. He's always looking for new ways to make money, but he also cares about his employees and wants to see them succeed.
What about your friend Sandy Cheeks? She's from Texas, right?
Oh, Sandy's great. She's smart, strong, and always up for a challenge.
What's it like having a land creature as a friend?
It's definitely different having a land creature as a friend, but we always find ways to make it work. I've even learned a few things about karate from her.
That's awesome, SpongeBob. Well, thanks again for joining us today. It was a pleasure having you on the show.
It's so bad.
There's like a tiny bit of Joe Rogan in the Joe Rogan one, but every time he speaks, it's fading away more. No, now it just sounds like text to voice. SpongeBob is good, though.
Dude, that is a text to speech. If you didn't say it was Joe Rogan,
Yeah.
would not think it was Joe Rogan.
And the script, like, Joe Rogan will be talking about DMT or hunting elk by this point. This is just like a normal interview.
Yeah. All right. You know when you said that you made this, Jetty? I didn't believe you. I believe you.
100%.
Oh, God.
The SpongeBob was pretty good, though. That was like an 8 out of 10. Joe
Yeah.
Rogan was a 1 out of 10.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's one with Cortana as well. The voice for Cortana is not as good as SpongeBob's, but yeah, the script's there as well.
Right.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I'll put
Did
that
you
one
just
in there.
like? Yeah.
I
did
thought
you,
the script would be better, to be honest. I thought it would be more Joe Rogan-ish.
No, he pretty much just asks the question and then
Did ChatGPT do it?
Yeah.
GPT?
Yeah.
Right. I know it's making you sign up now if you want to use it.
yeah, the Cortana one's in there as well.
All right, let's do this. Dude, I used to fucking have the hots for Cortana so bad.
You won't after this. You will not after this.
All right.
Welcome to the Joe Rogan Experience. Today, I've got a very special guest with me, Cortana from Halo. What's it like working with Master Chief? Do you have any funny stories you could share with us?
I remember one time when Master Chief accidentally left his helmet on during a briefing. I couldn't help but make the joke about how he was hiding his good looks from everyone.
Hey Cortana, there's been a rumor going around that there might be some romantic tension between you and Master Chief. Is there any truth to that?
Oh Joe, I can assure you that Master Chief and I have a strictly professional relationship. I'm just an AI program designed to assist him in his missions. There's no room for romance in that equation. It's certainly an interesting concept, but as an AI, I don't have the capability to experience romantic love in the same way humans do. I can simulate it, but it's not the same thing.
So Cortana, I'm curious, what's your take on the current state of space exploration?
I think we're definitely making progress. There have been some exciting developments in recent years, like the successful landing of the Mars Perseverance rover and the ongoing efforts to establish a permanent human presence on the moon.
Yeah, it's amazing to think about how much we still have to learn about the cosmos.
All right. If you get turned on by that voice, you should not be allowed a phone. Because you'd just be doing text to speech to yourself. Dirty talk to me, Siri, please. How much time did that take you, Jetty?
Way too long.
Oh, that's funny.
But yeah, there was one good joke she makes in there from the chat GPT. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, please.
Why did the computer get cold?
Uh-oh.
Why?
Because Windows was left open. Because like the
Shut
Windows
it
software.
down. Yeah, no, we got it. We didn't laugh because we didn't get it. We laughed because we got it. It was shit.
But you might like it because it's a sexy Cortana voice.
Actually,
That was pretty hot.
yeah. Cortana could tell me a Holocaust joke and I'd probably get off.
Yeah, but that's you. That's your fetish.
Wait, Cortana or the Holocaust jokes? Because I promise that is not my fetish.
Which one?
No comment. I'll let you decide.
I think I know.
Yeah, oh man, now I've got to like tell a serious story.
Oh dear.
You don't have
Alright.
to.
Well, I do now because you said I don't have to. Okay, all right. Have you guys heard of kick?
No.
It's a thing you do with your legs to hurt someone.
Yeah, like when I used to play soccer, I used to kick the ball.
Great answer. No.
No, I think we're right.
No, it's a new streaming platform. So the ages ago, I told the story about Trainwrecks, who was getting kicked off of Twitch for the casino gambling, doing like $1,500 spins or whatever. Anyway, he partnered with the company that he was doing the streams with. So on Stake.com, Stake.com created Kick, which is another streaming platform, and it's meant to have like no terms of service, so you can go on there and just like do whatever you want with no consequences, basically. So he's gone over, and then Aiden Ross, who you guys might not know, but the world would know. You both live under a rock. Aiden Ross then went. He's like one of the biggest streamers on Twitch
I
as
don't think
well.
that many people know.
Aiden, mate, I'm telling you.
You
So
live in a
Aiden
bit of a bubble.
Anyway, so they went over. They both streamed the Super Bowl. Literally, they'd like join Kick and stream the Super Bowl to 150,000 fucking people. Uh, literally going to get fucking sued. So like the Super Bowl is notorious for like suing any kind of sharing of their product. So they're completely fucked. They went over with like under the guise that like, yeah, they could just do whatever they want. So they literally did whatever they want. Aiden Ross showed porn. So he was literally watching porn with like all of his like, because his whole fan base is under 18. So he's sitting there just like watching porn with a bunch of like kids.
Was he jacking it? Because that would be far worse. That's a sex crime.
It's still bad, but no, he wasn't jacking it. Another guy was getting a blowjob, literally on stream, just getting a blowjob.
Nice.
Yeah, like they're just going fucking crazy. And then because there's no like rules on the chat, everyone's just spamming the N word, spamming the hard F, like gay slurs, all types of slurs. They're just like going crazy. So like Aiden Ross's stream during the Super Bowl was literally just like 100,000 people spamming the N word.
So it's a bunch of 14-year-olds.
Yeah.
Found an unregulated platform.
Yeah, and then it turns out there is a term of service. And do you want to know, that came out afterwards, right? I guess they needed one after all of this. Do you want to know how long the guy who got a blowjob on stream got banned for?
A month.
24 hours.
Yeah, got
Wow.
Yeah. So by the time he's ready for another blowjob, he'll be on ban.
It really swung the hammer down on him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. So it's still going. They're still streaming all the time. Yeah, Aiden Ross is like banned permanently from Twitch. He'll never be allowed back on Twitch. So he'll keep streaming on Kick. I'm sure bloody Andrew Tate will get back on and stream on Kick as well. Because he was streaming with Aiden Ross before he went to prison.
All right.
Yeah. So there you go. If you want to go watch porn with some famous streamers and a bunch of little kids, go to Kick.
Is Kick like the new Twitch, but like uncensored kind of?
Basically. Yeah. Where it's like there's no. I mean, it was advertised as no terms of service, but there is a terms of service, at least now. But they're just a lot more lenient. Like if you got a blowjob on Twitch, you'd never ever stream on Twitch ever again. So whatever. Slaps on the wrists for now. And then yeah, I don't know, maybe it'll be different in the future. But right now, like all the Twitch rejects are just starting to stream on Kick. And I reckon they're gonna do pretty well. Kick.
I reckon it'll die off.
You think so? Yeah, the other thing's streaming the Super Bowl. Like they will get sued, man.
Yeah, Kick and the people who streamed it are going to get the shit sued out of them.
Well, Kick's owned by like Stake.com, which is like some like dodgy bloody gambling website, so they'll probably be fine. But yeah, the individuals who streamed it, they're fucked.
Is it Kick's fault though? Like, say for instance,
No.
Shawnee was on YouTube streaming the Super Bowl in front of people. Is it YouTube's fault?
No. In fact, there's a law for that. The platform that you do whatever on is not liable for what you're doing. So like, yeah, YouTube can't get in any trouble for like an individual suing it. It's like 100% the individual's responsibility. And they will have to pay how much the Super Bowl costs for 100,000 people to watch it, plus legal fees and all sorts of shit. 100%, yeah. Like Ethan Klein is currently in. So Triller, when they hosted one of the Jake Paul fights, Ethan Klein showed a clip of it to his stream, which had like 30,000 people. And then Ryan Kavanagh, the person who owns Triller, has been trying to sue Ethan Klein for ages. Ethan Klein's got a fuckload of money, so he's like fighting it. But yeah, he's trying to sue him for showing this little clip, let alone streaming the entire fucking event to 100,000 people.
Yeah, it's a pretty stupid thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
millions
how
of
do you
dollars,
even figure that out? Because the Super Bowl in America is like on free to air TV.
Great question. I think like whatever TV channel hosts it, so like Fox owns exclusive rights to showing it, I guess. So if you showed it on Kick to all those people, I don't know. I really don't know how it works. But it's definitely legal. There's a bunch of like lawyers who've done YouTube videos or whatever, or like TikToks especially, just like saying they're fucked. So good for them. Yeah. And plus they've been banned off Twitch, so they have no way of making money if they can't stream on Kick as well. All right, boys, you weren't interested in my Kick story. I'm telling you, it's a crowd pleaser. People around the world will love that story. All 9 of the people who listen to this. Mate, I think my mum probably turned this episode off halfway through.
They have to listen to this podcast and be invested in streamer culture.
Yeah, to have enjoyed that.
Very niche.
And
Yeah.
to have also made it through the UFC portion of the podcast without turning off.
If you're still here, thanks for listening. Comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we'll talk to you next week. Peace.
Bye.